This is the 4090 liquid cooled from ASUS. As we can see, this has an all-in-one cooling system. Let's check all the details. Alright guys, let's check what we have inside the box. So here we have some papers. I believe there are some instructions and other kind of gadgets. Usually with a ROG GPU card you get some of these stuffs here. Here we have the thank you card, and so here we have this nice little disclaimer that is showing to you how to connect the cables for preventing those kind of burning and those kind of issues that is happening lately with the 40 series GPU quick installation guide and warranty card. And here we have the GPU. This thing is really huge and really heavy, so it's going to require a lot of space in your case, like what we have here. What else? Some stripe, and this is the power cable, which I don't recommend to use. You should get one adapter if you can. This one I don't trust 100%. And here we have the all-in-one radiator. As you can see guys, all the cables that are coming from here for the pump and everything are going inside here. I believe is this one. So as we can see, the fans here are daisy chained between them, so once you connect the GPU on your system, the fans are going to be powered up, and you have to use this GPU Tweak 3 software. I've made a video on that, so check down in the description. And using this software and also the Armory Crate, you can set up all the RGB that are here on the fans and also the speed and so on. As you can see, this thing is really huge and is going to require these lots on your system. Here we have 3 display ports and 2 HDMI ports, and here we have some PWM connectors. I don't know if you can see them, so you can connect also your system fans here. And here we have the BIOS switching for between performance mode and quiet mode. And here we have the fan for dissipating all the VRM heat and everything else. So let's install it onto a system. Performances on the most recent games. Before diving into other details on the ASUS ROG Strix liquid cooled RTX 4090 OC edition, I wanted to ask you guys a huge favor. Almost 90% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed to the channel. In case you did like the content, I would highly appreciate if you consider subscribing. It takes 1 second to click on the subscribe button, and that will help a lot the channel and allow me to bring more content like this. Thanks a lot for your support. Alright guys, let's have an overview on the software that I usually use with the ASUS GPU, which is the GPU Tweak 3. Here is what you see when you install and open the software. You have some data here, power target, GPU boost, and whatever else. The fan speed if you want to change the fan speeds, or if you want to leave it as it is in auto with default curve. I have to say this is silent enough, so you don't have to change basically nothing here. If you want to make it more silent, you can click here and change. By the way, I have made a full tutorial on how to use this software, and you can find it on my channel, and I will leave in the description down below. Here we have all the data that as you can see, we have the temperature, the clock. The temperature is the core temp, is not hotspot, and the memory temp, so keep in mind that. Here we have some other information. If you want to undervolt and overclock the GPU, you can click in OC scanner, and this is going to scan it. Takes about 15 or 20 minutes. Is going to scan all the capacity of the GPU to be undervolted and overclocked, so it will apply by default those values. Here we have 0 dB fan. It means that under certain temps the fan are not going to spin, and here we have the on-screen information. If you toggle this one, it's going to show the information on the screen about performances of the GPU. Here we have the power detect. This is a nice thing in my opinion, especially with the latest GPU, because you have this small red LED on the power connector, so it's going to let you know in case the power is not being delivered correctly to the GPU. So I find it useful, and nothing else special here. So here it is, just a quickly overview of the software. You can change between OC mode, silent mode, and as I was saying, OC scanner, or you can add your user mode profile, and you can link it to certain games if you want to be that profile apply to certain games. So with that said, let's check some performances on synthetic bench and some other performances in game. As we can see guys, the results here are high enough as we can expect it. You can almost see that this in certain scenarios is reaching more than 3 GHz of this GPU can perform in whatever scenario and whatever application you throw at it in a great way. And let's check also the temps down below here. As we can see, the temps are below 50 degrees more or less. In certain scenarios it's reaching 60 degrees, but that is something to be expected, especially in this kind of synthetic bench. So let's go and check some performances on some games. So as we can see, everything is set in high or ultra, so basically you can get the most of it. And the ray tracing of course is enabled, and also the path ray tracing is enabled, and the resolution is in 4K. So let's check some performances. So as we can see, the performances here are really good. We're getting more than 60 FPS considering with path tracing enabled and with the DLS setting to quality and everything basically maxed out in ultra. I feel that Cyberpunk with recently the 2.01 update has been one of the kind of benchmark game. Usually we used to say can it run Crysis, but now we can say can it run Cyberpunk. So I believe that once you are getting more than 60 FPS, or in this case we're getting even 90 FPS or around 100 FPS, you can take it as a benchmark. So whatever you're getting here, basically for any other game, if properly optimized, and that is a big if, properly optimized, you are going to get basically crazy performance.
Target down.
Taking effective.
Hostile UAV in the area. Tag secure, kill confirmed. UAV ready to deploy. Confirm that one. We've got him on the run. Keep it up.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
Scratch one. Swapping mags.
Hostile. UAV
Dust
ready
yourself
for
off.
tasking.
Semtex out.
1 minute left.
Okay, let's check another game, the Jedi Survivor. This game has recently introduced the support to the DLSS 3 upscaler, so as we can see also the NVIDIA frame generations, so we can check the performances here. Everything is maxed out on epic and high settings on 4K, and they've done a pretty nice job here. As we can see, the performances are really good. So keep in mind that when this game was released, the performances were extremely disappointing in certain scenarios and in certain resolution with also other RTX GPUs, and even with the 4090 itself, the performances here were really disappointing. So as we can see here, the frame generation and also the DLSS are doing really good job. We're going, yeah, okay, let's go here. So yeah, here we are reaching more than 100 FPS, so the experience here is going to be pretty nice and pretty enjoyable, so you can enjoy the gameplay. So guys, here we are in Starfield. As you might know, Starfield doesn't have the DLSS yet. They say that might be enabled in the future, so let's go through some settings here. As you can see here, we have all custom and ultra and everything is high. I have disabled the upscaling because it's using the FSR, so we don't want that. You can enable certain mods with Vortex and Nexus mode if you want the DLSS to be applied, but in this case we will check just the raw performances. So as we can see, without any upscaling technology enabled, this GPU is able to perform more than 60 FPS, 90, 92. It depends of course on which map are you actually gaming, but as we can see, really you can get the best performances. Again, if the games are optimized properly, you can get really the best performances out there. Here we are talking about everything set to ultra and the highest settings possible.
Maybe we cut through here. Well, we could use that ladder. Here we go. Ellie? Ellie,
What?
the ladder. Come on.
Right. Oh my God.
Whoa. What is it? Ellie! Ellie!
You gotta see this.
What is it?
Hey Hunter, great work out there. We're just about ready for a Horizon adventure and we want you on the project. Speak soon.
If money is not a problem, we are talking about more than 2000 MSRP. This GPU is a monster in everything: games, productivity, and any other scenario. The all-in-one cooler will always keep the temps low, allowing high performances reaching almost 3 GHz on core clocks. This GPU is the best you can get as an RTX 4090 today, but the price. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think of the price of this GPU and if it's worth it? If you find this video useful, consider subscribing, hit the like button, and don't forget to enable the notifications. Thanks a lot for your support and thanks for watching.